And now that we are back with full health, we are ready to gather the resources we need to make a distress beacon. And for that we needed, let's see if I can find it somewhere, there. We need more pixel, we need 2 silver bars, 10 copper, 10 iron, and some wooden planks. It will take some time to gather these resources, so I should just start gathering it, and I will continue the recording once I've gathered the necessary materials. So see you in a bit. Now, while I was exploring for resources, I came across this, which is a container that can have both positive or negative effects. When you go up to it, you press E, it will do something. In this case, it put me on fire. Sometimes they heal you too, or give you a speed boost. Or I've tried one where I started glowing in the dark. And you can find them all over the planets. And while you're running around, you will also run into chests from time to time, containing everything from weapons, tools, materials, food. Let's see if we are more lucky with this one. This one gave me a speed boost, so now I'm running faster than I did before. They only last a little time, but they are quite nice. But it can be risky taking them because they can kill you, some of them, when they explode, for example. Another thing I also find is a good thing to do when you get plant fibers is to create some. 1 minute. Go away. As I was saying, another thing I always like to do is creating some bandages from plant fiber. Because when you are exploring, you can't avoid getting hurt. And these are a good way to gain a little health. As you can see, the life bar is full. Use one of them and you start regenerating a little. Which can save you often. There are also other healing things you can find, but these are the first one you can craft yourself. Now, as I'm exploring, I come across this little place. Many places you go, you will find buildings or settlements. And let's see what's in here. And you can't always be sure that whatever creatures is there are friendly. They seem to be friendly enough. And let's see when these are the epics. One of the creatures you can play as well. And they have created their own little settlement here. Apparently. Of course you can choose to attack them if you want, but they will defend themselves. If you're lucky, they will drop coins or pixel. Sometimes they may even drop some weapons. But at this stage it might be kind of a hard fight. You should expect to die often if you want to be aggressive. And when you die, you won't lose your items, but you will lose a bit of your pixel. So if you're trying to save up pixel for something, don't get too overconfident. It can take a long time to get a pixel you then need if you keep dying. I don't seem to have much in this settlement, but some settlements have shops where you can buy things. They may also have containers that contain things you can take. The other NPCs you find will also attack monsters if they are aggressive, and the monsters will attack them. So if you're in trouble in your settlement, you can run and hide by them. Here, for example, there was you could open a storage room. You could open to find a book. These books you can read, and they will become part of your codex. You can also sleep in their beds and get healed, so you don't have to go into your own bed, but you can take anybody's. Of course, anything you can collect. If you want the statue, just collect it. Run it down and collect it. Good time. Some meat, always nice. Usually when I find settlements, I rob them of everything they have. Because they can probably get more somewhere. Let's see. Go away. As you can see, I get out when I get outside. Sometimes depending on... Stop that. Sometimes depending on the environment and at night, you would get cold. As you can see, the bar in the bottom screen shows my heat, and if it gets too cold, you probably die. But to get here warm, just go near a heat source. Now I'm under a light and I'll start gaining heat. So as long as you have a fire with you, a torch or a campfire, you shouldn't worry that much about cold. Now I have been walking around the planet for a little while, got some resources. I still don't have quite enough to make the beacon, and I'm not that comfortable with going too far underground, because of course the deeper you go, the more dangerous creatures become. So I think we should travel to another planet. As you can see, I have gathered a little fuel. Not much, but it should be enough to get us to another planet. Because we have 3 other planets here we can go to, all 3rd level 1. But 2 of them are moon biomes, which will be a really bad idea going to them. Because on the moons there are no air, so you need special gear to survive there. So let's go to the desert instead. We select the target. We can see where we are at this little red marker, and then we can choose another destination and say go. And we're on our way. All systems are going. When we are flying, if I close this down, when we're flying we can walk around still and craft stuff if we need that. So far I just made myself a stone axe with cobblestone and wooden planks. Another thing that's a good thing to build is an iron anvil. So, because when we've made the beacon, we can attack with it, and a group of monsters will come and attack us. And the iron anvil, in that we can make new weapons for ourselves. We can make some better tools, a better bow, some better pickaxes. We can make some armor too, which helps us a lot. But now that we're over this planet, let's go down and get some more resources. It doesn't look much like a desert. Oh. Yeah, blue line. And a new creature. I wonder if it's friendly or... They seem to be friendly. That's nice. Then we don't have to worry about them. But I will go on exploring for a little more resources, and then we will come back. And I will come back and get on with it. And now we have gathered all the resources we need to make the beacon. We have all the pixel, we have all the silver bars, copper, iron, and wood. So let's craft it. And that quest is completed too. And all you actually have to do is just place it down and interact with it. But I will not do that yet. As I said before, when we do, more monster will come and attack us, and we needed to be ready for that. That's why I created the anvil, so we can create some weapons if we need, and armor. So far we only have 2 types of armor we can make. As we progress, we will be able to create more armors. To make the iron, we need pixel, some copper armor, and iron bars. So, see, we still don't have enough copper to make any of the copper armor, So that's what we have to create. But I will end this episode here and start gathering to those, and then the next episode will be the fight of the boss.